I don't think it's a massive advantage in the competition, so we got to start every completely new. But what we know is how great the event is if you arrive at the final. So that's of course in our mind. So that's helpful if you want. Yeah, still the worst game I ever saw for Team Left Mind. So that didn't change since then. Thank God. Imagine we would have played the worst the week after. And pretty much everything went wrong there. We played complete in their cards, and we had to change the approach completely. Not only against Brighton, but in general. And we did really well in moments, in spells during the games. I think the first half against Chelsea was really disciplined. We didn't. Chelsea is a really good football team, and we didn't give them a lot to play through, which is important. That's something we have to do similar against Brighton, of course. Second half started, and we built on the first half, started really well. And then we got a bit overly excited, if you want. We were not that compact anymore. We had now, the pressing was not that coordinated anymore, and that was then Chelsea came to chances. But so that's now again something we want to work with, and that's where we want to go from. And that would, being more compact than we were at Brighton would be really helpful, to be honest. Compact in our case never means we be very deep. We cannot do that. But in the decisive areas, we have to be compact, and we have to defend them well. We respect them a lot, obviously, for good reasons. We did that before the first game as well. But we have to make it more difficult for them, and we will make it more difficult, and then we will see what we can make of that.
Because I remember...
When you have a good run in a competition, does that give you momentum or can it give you momentum in your league form as well?
Yeah, can, but it's not, as you cannot say it like that. You have, we are not famous for going far in FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We were last year, we went all the way, but before that, it's not that we qualified quite frequently for the Champions League final, but the other cup competitions we had to get out a bit earlier. So there's not too much. Cup competitions are then always difficult when you have these midweek games. So because you need to have an eye on it and stuff like this, and but now we have a full week to prepare the game. In our tight schedule, I'm not sure that the FA Cup should have a weekend match day, but now we have it, and that's good to prepare at least. And but will make other things more difficult. We have still 2 games in hand, where somebody has to fit in somewhere. No news about that yet. No clue when that will happen. So the further we would go in the cup competition, I think the more complicated it would be. Let's see. It's not a problem for now. And so, yeah, each good game, each good result is there. And it's not about a competition then. It's just there to give you confidence, to give you momentum. And then it's about giving it. In the moment, obviously, the job is slightly different because we have to improve in a lot of things, but when you have runs where you win 5, 6, 7 games in a row, whatever, there's a lot of work to do as well. It's not that it just happens. So it's just slightly different because one is with lesser confidence, the other one is with more confidence, which is obviously a massive difference. And so, yes, each good result gives confidence, and that's why we try to play really good at Brighton and go through to the next round.
And Everton across the park.
Yeah, that's the business usually. Yeah? So that's how it goes. And of course, I feel for Frank. He tried everything. Last year it was not easy as well when he arrived. So I think he did well. And then this year, after losing Richarlison and then Calvert-Lewin not coming back, we all know how injuries can really impact the season, and in these decisive positions especially. And so, yeah. That's what we in this job have to accept if these kind of things happen. But Frank will come back, definitely. It's clear. Still a young coach, young manager, and everything is ahead of him.
Looks like Sean Dyche is coming back.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
We do.
You do. It's clear. I saw Bielsa landing, so but he only had a private appointment on.